Hi folks, hope you're doing reasonably well during this dreadful pandemic that we're all suffering under wherever you are in the world at the moment. It's Sunday the 6th of December in 2020 here in the UK, and the good news is that starting next week they're going to start the rollout on the vaccinations. So hopefully that will continue not just in the UK but worldwide, and we can overcome this dreadful disease together. It's been a while since I've created a boot video, so I thought I'd bring you an unboxing today. It's a little bit chilly, so if you hear me panting a little bit, that's because it's a little bit cold. So it's Boots Desert Combat High Liability Brown by Iturri. Now these are part of the 2018 British MOD Ministry of Defence rollout for the British Armed Forces. I've already covered previously some of the rollouts, such as the patrol boot and the cold weather boat, both by Iturri, and this is the desert boot. So let's open the box up and pull out the boots. So what you also get in the box is a spare pair of laces. There's some lacing instructions here as well. Let's just put this aside. Okay, so these are the boots themselves. As we can see, they're brand new, straight out the box. They come with this user guide. Let me show you that. Desert boots, high liability. So this is basically just a brief user guide. Design features light, sandproof materials, keep sand out, because obviously these are designed to be used by frontline troops in the desert and arid conditions. Sand protection there, talked about the Cordura a little bit. The lacing system, closed hook, lace locking cleat, and then D-rings. Can have a look at that. Insole. The outsole, which is a multi-grip in multi-terrain conditions, and there's a strong rubber band on the front, again to give some protection. There's a flex-on zone at the back of the boot to help where your Achilles heel is, tendon is, stay pressure points there. Ankle comfort, there's a lot of padding on the boot. Anatomical footbed, and then it goes on about cleaning the boots and drying them correctly. I suppose most of you know how to do that anyway. So that's interesting. And there's just a little another leaflet with that, which is about the Cordura fabric that's being used. So as we can see, they're quite a smart looking pair of boots. You've got the suede leather here, you've got the Cordura fabric there. The lacing systems, you've got the D-rings at the bottom, and then these tunnel systems here that come up to the locking cleat at this part where you can lock it in, and then two more tunnel lacing systems. That's a requirement by the British MOD. They're not allowed to be open anymore to save against catching on well, I think things like nets or even parachute lines, etc. That's a requirement. It's quite a lot of padding here, as it mentions, so I think they'll be quite comfortable. This is this flex-on area to avoid pressure points here. Let's see if we can get the label for you. I think you perhaps see that. Iturri Boots Desert Combat High Liability. These are a UK size 9L. Date of manufacture there, 10th 2017, the contract number, and then you've got the little arrow which signifies that they are for the British military, the MOD, which they put on any official equipment basically. I think there's a story behind the arrow itself that goes back centuries. Ventilated, as we can see here, obviously for the breathability, to help with the breathability. So a lot of cushioning here on the tongue as well. The outsole is this Defender outsole by a company called Rubbermac. They're an Italian company. A lot of lugs here, so it does look as though it will give some good grip overall on different terrain. This strong rand running round the boot. And then there's a microporous midsole here, just to help with the cushioning between the outsole and the footbed of the boot. The insole is an EVA insole. It's quite thin actually, designed with the holes obviously to aid the breathability in hot conditions. See how that works out. There is no waterproof membrane. Obviously these are desert boot, although it does rain in the desert. People might be surprised to hear. And when it rains it's normally torrential, but generally obviously it doesn't. No need for a waterproof membrane, and I think they've found that they can cause overheating and foot issues in the hot climates from experience. So there's no waterproof membrane. I guess they could be reasonably waterproof with the suede. The tongue comes up to quite a high level here. The tongue itself is Cadora fabric, and that comes up to that point. I mean, overall, smart looking pair of boots, aren't they? Before you go out and get them all sanded up or muddied up, whichever you want to do, really. Yeah, reasonably lightweight, I think. I I haven't weighed them, but they're definitely lighter than the Hikes Desert Combat boot from the 2012 rollout I've previewed. Although they're an excellent pair of boots, these are definitely on the lighter side compared to that. Yeah. So there we are. Not much more I think to say about them. Come back if you've got any questions. Price wise, they cost me in the UK £80 sterling, which included local postage. They were 90, but they were reduced during the Black Friday sales to 80. That's why I've just got them now, which I think is a very good price for a quality pair of desert boots. £80 sterling is what, if you're watching this from the US, that's something like, I guess, around 107, 109 US dollars. And in Europe, if you're watching this from mainland Europe, it's probably 90 euros, 88, 90 euros, somewhere around that region. So, you know, reasonably priced for a brand new pair of quality boots. They look well made with the various stitching, you know, treble stitching here, double stitching, treble stitching, so they look to be a quality pair from Iturri. I mean, they supply not just the British Armed Forces, they obviously supply the Spanish Armed Forces and other people as well. Well, the sun's coming out, which is great. Tempted to go out and try them, but it's a little bit muddy where I am for desert boots today. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Come back with any questions. In the interim, until we overcome this pandemic, stay safe, but hopefully we can all start travelling a little bit more and perhaps do some more walking. You take care now. Bye for now.